Hey guys, long time no see. Haven't made a video in a while, but it's like the off season, so not much has happened.
Oh my gosh! DJ Marks of the Bills!
Woo! Glory be Jesus Christ.
Glory forever. Welcome back to Dynamite Duo Sports, the podcast where we break down the NFL's top storylines with the facts, including the fact that we're now officially at the time of year where everybody believes their team can win the Super Bowl. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And today we are going to be breaking down what's basically happened since the Super Bowl, from the franchise tag deadline, some crazy trades that have happened, players that have been released, and our predictions for NFL Free Agency, which starts Monday. Not officially Monday, but teams start talking to people on Monday, just so you know. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. So first, the Combine happened. There were some pretty good performances. Sonny Styles, Jeremiah Love, and then the random quarterback from Arkansas. But yeah, the Combine was the Combine. It was the fastest Combine in NFL history, actually.
If the quarterback from Arkansas is listening, he needs to become a wide receiver. Take the Julian Edelman route.
Oh, so you're telling him you're giving him the Lamar Jackson treatment?
No, I'm giving the Julian Edelman treatment.
Well, everybody told Lamar Jackson to become wide receiver.
Maybe he should have.
Nah, he'd make more money. He made the right choice. Anyway, but yeah, the Combine was the fastest in NFL history. Like overall for the position groups,
yeah,
nobody was really slow, I would say. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
The defensive ends were quick this year.
Oh,
pretty fast.
Oh yeah. Yep. I hope we get a couple of those in the draft. So anyway,
don't get your hopes too high on the Dallas Cowboys, buddy.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the Combine, there wasn't anything huge to come out of the Combine. It was, just your run of the mill. Everybody was fast. Let's call it that. Okay. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I think the big thing I realized was I'm pretty stupid because when we did that blind ranking of players in the Combine, I put Sonny Styles at 5. And the only reason why is I didn't know who he was. Now I do.
Yeah,
I do now. I do now, and I feel really stupid after that. Completely wrong.
Boy.
Probably never been so wrong about something on this podcast.
Yeah, no, Zachariah Branch it too right off the bat was a pretty bad mistake.
Yeah, well, I just think he's that kind of person where if you put him on specifically mostly special teams, he's a player that can make a big impact on that, like Rashid Shaheed kind of player. That's what I thought.
Okay. Anywho, and then let's go ahead and get to the franchise tag deadline, which was this past Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So George Pickens.
Oh, and also want to give shout out to Jeremiah Love before we go on.
Well, yeah, everybody knew he was going to be great,
of course.
So
except for Notre Dame haters.
Yeah. Oh, and also speaking of Notre Dame,
that's right.
Eternal rest to
Lou Holtz.
Yep. Great head coach for Notre Dame. Also great person. You know, he always stood up for the truth. So.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie though. I mean, I thought because a few months ago I thought they announced he was dead, but it was just hospital issues and stuff like that. So when I saw that, I was like, oh wow. So I did not see it coming because I thought it already happened. But
so don't worry, Ohio State fans. The bad man's gone that you guys hated so much for some reason. Typical Ohio State.
Typical.
Anyway, franchise tags. George Pickens received the non-exclusive franchise tag, which is worth $27.3 million. So there's two different franchise tags, just so everybody knows. There's the exclusive one where you can talk to nobody, and then there's the non-exclusive, which basically pays you a little less, but you can still talk to other teams that may want to sign you. And if they want to sign you, the team that has the franchise tag has the opportunity to match, or they say, okay, give us 2 first-round picks, and he's all yours.
Yeah, and also I just want to say about that is if George Pickens stays on the Cowboys, he out of spite, he's not going to play well this year. He's going to be one of those stubborn players who is like, you should have let me go, not franchise tag me. George Pickens kind of player who probably does not like it when you franchise tag him.
Well, I mean, he's definitely. Well, I mean, to be fair, he is making more money than he has in his first 4 years.
Oh, I know, I get that, but I'm just saying that he's going to have that attitude of where.
Well,
he's not going to put in an effort.
Here's the thing.
He might still do well, but he's going to put in no effort.
No, if that actually is George Pickens or if that was just Pittsburgh.
No, that's George Pickens, buddy.
So.
That's George Pickens. That's George Pickens.
We'll see. Okay. Well, they still have until July 15th, I believe, to negotiate a contract. But knowing Jerry Jones, it's going to drag out, and maybe last minute they'll do it.
No.
No, no. If they do it, it'll be last minute,
No.
but most likely they're not going to. So anyway, and then Kyle Pitts received the exclusive franchise tag with the Falcons, so he's staying there. Brees Hall got the non-exclusive franchise tag. By the way, Kyle Pitts $15 million, then Brees Hall getting paid $14.3 million.
Brees Hall's. I think Brees Hall's just given up playing on the Jets, and he just is waiting until he gets another opportunity. So
yeah, and honestly, for me, I don't understand why the Jets did this at all.
they could have just drafted Jeremiah Love if they really want a runner back.
Yeah, and
I'm happy. I'm kind of happy they did this because it means they're probably not going to, and I don't want them drafting Jeremiah Love. So
yeah, but it's just
bad for Jets fans, but good for everyone else that likes Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, it's like you're not in a position to go to the Super Bowl or anything. You don't need to be placing a franchise tag on anybody.
Right.
So anyway, and then Daniel Jones got a different tag, which is called the transition tag, which is worth $37 million. The regular franchise tag would have been around $44 million. So basically, this tag, he could talk to anybody, and they could sign him, but the team has the opportunity to match, but they don't get any draft compensation for it.
Yeah.
So basically, Daniel Jones can still talk to a bunch of other teams right now and see what they offer. The Colts have 5 business days, I think, to match it. And if they don't, then he goes to the other team.
Maybe the Vikings might try and get him back.
I don't think so. The Vikings have a lot of different options on the table right now.
Like Kyle Murray.
Yep, we'll get to that later. So, yeah, that's all the franchise/transition tags. So which one do you think was the smartest of all these to do?
I think they were all kind of stupid. I think
Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones is just. I mean, it's fine. It's the best of the worst. But I don't think any of the franchise tags were good.
I mean, I think Kyle Pitts was fine, honestly.
Kyle Pitts
you want to see
fine.
one more year of
Kyle Pitts is
productivity before you give him a contract extension. So
honestly,
that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was the Falcons, this might sound crazy. I would do a non-exclusive franchise tag, get some trade picks out of him, and maybe just pick up Johnny Smith.
Yeah. Well, I mean, John Smith was already with the Falcons before.
Yeah, just take him back.
Like, he's Arthur Smith's guy, but Arthur Smith is now in college, so he can't have John Smith. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, basically, I think that was the only reason why he signed with Pittsburgh in the first place. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, now let's get to some trades that happened. The Jets traded Jermaine Johnson II to the Titans. Jermaine Johnson was drafted by Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh wanted him.
Yep. So he's going back, and they just gave up on a defensive tackle in exchange. So no trade, no draft compensation, just player
swap. So, and I like it. I think the Titans do need some more edge rushers on her team.
Yeah, and then the fact you had to give up a draft conversation to get him is honestly
good.
The best part of it.
It's good. And again, any good player from the Jets that you take will probably do even better once they leave the Jets. And we've seen that almost every time.
Sam Darnold.
So Sam Darnold.
Garrett Wilson, get out of there.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson.
Why did you sign a contract extension?
Maybe because he thought they were seeing some spark, and then he realized, nope, Jets are Jets.
Justin Fields is coming. My old quarterback from Ohio State. Oh, he sucks now.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I think that was a good move by the Titans. The Jets, it's just whatever. Whatever they do, it's just whatever.
Yep. All right. Then the Texans. This was the first big
Plus
trade.
with Eric Glenn just sleeping during the combine, he might have missed he might end up drafting a player, not even realizing there's someone else he could have because he was asleep while they were performing.
Or maybe their time will run out, and then the person with the 3rd overall pick will get to take their pick.
Who knows?
That happened one time before.
Yeah, that did happen one time.
So, yeah, that was hilarious. Anyway, so then the first biggest trade of the offseason, Texans traded for running back David Montgomery from the Lions for an offensive lineman, a 4th-round pick, and a 7th-round pick. First of all, Texans, why you give up another offensive lineman?
Yeah, they keep trading the offensive linemen.
And they traded offensive linemen to the Browns.
Yeah, it's
like TJ Stroud.
TJ Stroud, I'm sorry.
You might be bad. I don't even know if you're bad because the people around you are so bad at the same time. So
yeah, and honestly, it's just they need to. The only thing the Texans need It's offensive line. They don't need anything else. Literally, their defense is so elite that if they simply had an O-line that could give C.J. Stroud more than under 2 seconds to throw the ball, they probably would have gone to Super Bowl. Because you look at the Broncos with they beat the Patriots, they would have played the Broncos without their starting quarterback, so their Texans defense would have probably just demolished them. And offensively, if they had an O-line, they would have done enough to win. So, and then the defense, the Super Bowl probably would have been like 7-3 though, which would have been really brutal.
Yeah, that would have been disgusting.
But yeah, but yeah, I think. Do you need a runner back? Yes, because Joe Mixon is just
and Woody Marks wasn't anything
missing
special,
in action.
so.
He's MIA practically. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But you need O-line. That's all you need in a draft. Draft offensive line. That's it. That is it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I just got a notification, but it's just basketball.
He's checking if anything, any less crazy things happen. Like
for Celtics fans, Jason Tatum's gonna play on Friday.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, Dan Montgomery's a great running back. You know, he's pretty good. He's like a top half running back in the league, I think.
Yeah,
so.
he's definitely like a runner back one. You know,
RB1,
an RB1.
So yeah, it's like good trade
honestly,
for the Lions.
This is good for Lions. So they get another offensive lineman, then they get extra picks. And because Jahmyr Gibbs, he can handle the load himself. And honestly, they could pick someone up like Tyler, like Algier. They could pick up someone like Tyron Tracy if like the Giants get like Jeremiah Love. Like there's a lot of running backs that they could pick up to have with him.
It's kind of funny because everybody's gonna be so happy.
Or Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but
cheap.
What I'm saying is that the fantasy players right now are so happy until they realize there's going to be another running back that gets picked up to back up Bijan and Gibbs because they're like, oh, full-time fantasy point players this year, not just part-time for some of them.
Yeah, so Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs are probably the top 2 fantasy candidates this year. And they were last year, basically, too.
Which means you should pick up Puka Nacua instead. Anyway, next up, Rams.
This
traded for a corner, Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs for their first round pick, the 20th overall pick.
Watch you go to finish.
A 5th round pick, a 6th round pick, and a 3rd round pick next year.
Now, I just want to say something real quick. I think the Rams still have a 1st round pick from last year from a trade they did.
They do. They still have the 13th overall pick. So they gave up their lesser 1st round pick.
So this was really good for the Rams.
Yep.
This was very good. And I really strongly think that this move is just showing that the Rams are going to go all in for this year, probably the final year for Matthew Stafford. They're going to go all in to get one more ring. They're gonna get 1-year contracts probably from like maybe some veteran players. They're gonna get everybody they can for 1 year with their cap to go all in this year, and then next year we'll see what they do. But like I think they're going all in this year.
Yeah,
full commitment.
And they're probably going to give McDuffie a contract extension, or they could just be like, you know what, if you play well with us, you win a Super Bowl, then you're going to get a contract next year. I guarantee you that. So they might be playing it cheaper, but they also can sign another corner in the offseason. That's pretty good. You know, like, hey, still wool in from the Seahawks if you want to. But yeah, we'll get to that later. So, yeah, I think both sides, this is a mutually good trade for both sides.
Yeah, because the Chiefs could use more picks. They need to
get younger.
The Chiefs need to rebuild at this point. I think that Travis Kelce is obviously getting older. Noah Grant thinks they're tight end. If that's his name correctly.
Noah Gray. Yeah.
Noah Gray. He's a solid tight end, but you might want to try eyeing for another one.
I don't remember. Is he actually a free agent? I don't know.
He might be. I don't know. But yeah, the Chiefs, besides Mahomes, obviously, they need a rebuild. So that's what they should be eyeballing. And I think with this trade, that's what it looks like they're trying to do, actually. So I think that's smart for the Chiefs.
Yep. All right. And then the latest trade that comes down the trade block as of Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You had the Bears trade DJ Moore to the Buffalo Bills for a 2nd round pick and a 5th round pick. This is perfect for the Bills.
Yes, they need it. And honestly, I'm going to say this right now. With how cheap Tyreek Hill will be, you could possibly get him too, which would be really, really good if Tyreek Hill's leg is good.
Yep.
So
yeah, basically, like, even if they don't sign another wide receiver, I think that this is enough for their offense.
This is enough for the offense. Josh Allen just needed a wide receiver one. That's what he needed.
And a defense to show up in the playoffs. So sign some great defensive players.
Get some
and
pass
get
rushers.
pass rushers, get some corners,
And they still have
safety
and they
actually.
still have the first round pick. So they could still
Yep.
draft a solid the first round pick needs to be a
Safety out
defensive
of
player.
Oregon. He can jump high
It could be a
and
safety,
he's
but it
fast.
also
It's
could.
like
I think need more of a pass. They need somebody to help with the run game right now versus
they
pass
also
game.
need the safeties.
They do, but I
so-
think they need to prioritize the run. The big reason why I said the Bills get allowed so many points because of the run game. So they need someone that can stop the run game. So they need to look for somebody that can do that.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
So
So yeah, that's all the major trades that have happened. And then the only notable re-signing that I saw was the Cowboys with Javonte Williams, but that's
that's just
it. Honestly, I'm okay with it, but it's nothing super big. So anyway, all right. But players released, that's another story. You got Kyler Murray being released by the Cardinals a few days ago, and he's gonna be a free agent, and he's gonna be cheap.
He's gonna be cheap, and I think there's two things. One thing he said is he could be backup for Matthew Stafford for the
Yep.
Rams, then maybe take over. You can go to the Vikings with Kevin O'Connell and
Compete with JJ
compete
McCarthy.
with JJ McCarthy, which isn't that much of
It's
a
not a
competition.
competition.
So like that's another solid place you can go to. Then possibly maybe even the Steelers just hope when Aaron Rodgers, if he stays or chooses to stay 1 more year or doesn't stay, you might be a starting quarterback there. You could even go to Cleveland, and because Cleveland likes to always take quarterbacks and compete for that position.
You don't go to Cleveland.
But I mean, I would say I recommend you don't. You can go to Dolphins,
I wouldn't go to Miami either.
but honestly, the Dolphins might be eyeballing Carson Beck. And why not go to Dolphins? I think the new coach Jeff Bridges was that when I was Jeff Halfley. I don't know why I said Jeff Bridges, the actor. Jeff Halfley. I think he looks like one of those disciplined coaches, so I think he's a good coach, or could be potentially.
Yeah, sometimes the disciplined coaches are too. They're not really into like actual numbers and stuff, so that's
I'm not into numbers either. I'm more about how you look.
Numbers do matter, but
numbers is not the most important thing.
Polar to one side and not even care about the other. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
If you're only about like who we're rough and tough, and then you have no strategy, then you're.
He is gonna have strategy. Rough and tough is key to having a strategy that's successful. You need discipline, tough men.
Yeah.
Indiana's the perfect example that you don't need the best of the best. You just need a competent coach.
You still need
and
strategy.
Disciplined players that work together as a team.
Yeah.
Yes. And who says he doesn't have a strategy? How do you know?
I don't know, but I'm just saying it was
stupid.
You
want to doesn't have a strategy? The Cowboys.
It's kind of a meh hire. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Actually, no, sorry. The Cowboys do have a strategy. The Jerry Jones strategy, which is just like give their fans heart attacks every year.
Anyway. What's the Titans strategy?
Titans strategy? New coaches, new coaching staff. We'll see. We don't know.
I'll take Brian Schottenheimer over Robert Saleh, but anyway.
They have a discipline. That's stupid. They have a discipline.
No, it's not.
They have a disciplined head coach, and they have Brian Daboll's an offensive coordinator, which is a great offensive mindset, especially for developing quarterbacks like Cam Ward. So who knows? What the Titans have done is smart because you can't judge Robert Saleh because he was on the Jets.
Cowboys will have a better record than the Titans this year.
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
maybe. You don't know. You never know with the Cowboys. You never know with the Titans either.
Anyway.
Two very Western teams, I guess is what you can call them.
Western?
Country. Two very country teams.
I was going to say. Anyway. And then Falcons released Kirk Cousins.
The only difference is Titans fans don't worry about it. They just accept the fact of whether we suck or we don't.
Anyway.
We don't make excuses. If we're bad, we're bad.
Kirk Cousins was released by the Falcons. That's
another good quarterback, a veteran quarterback that can go somewhere.
That's I see the Vikings as the most viable option for him.
He'll take him back.
He'll be backup, and then if JJ McCarthy's bad, he'll take over, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a good spot for Kirk Cousins.
I don't really think there's any other team that probably would take him except the Jets, and Kirk Cousins, I do not go to the Jets.
Basically, don't go to the Jets, don't go to the Browns.
Yeah,
two priorities.
Don't go to either of those. And honestly, I when you watch that documentary with Kirk Cousins, the quarterback one on Netflix, it looks like his family really loved being in Minnesota, and I think they would love to go back. So I think that's a great spot for him to go to.
Yeah.
Whether he's starter or not starter. Probably will end up being starter.
Yeah. All right. And then Stephon Diggs was released by the Patriots the other day. Honestly, not surprising.
Not surprising. And I will say this, as long as he doesn't get in trouble with the certain allegations that have been happening recently. The Broncos were trying to eye Stephon Diggs last spring. So he might be a kind of wide receiver that the Broncos might take because he's cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's
but the Broncos can afford to pay people now.
I know they can, but I'm just saying, are they actually going to?
If they want to win the Super Bowl, they will.
I know they should. The Broncos is the team that I feel like nobody's talking about who potentially could pick up a big offensive player from people.
Imagine if Tyreek Hill went there and he stayed healthy.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, Tyreek Hill is basically the faster version of Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
On and off the field.
Or even Rashid Shaheed.
On and off the field.
Ah, Rashid Shaheed. That's another solid player the Broncos could take.
Yep. And then if you care about Aaron Jones.
And like I said, Aaron Jones is cheap, and I think he'd be great running back behind Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, he's definitely an RB2 at this point.
Bajan.
So
you take Bajan with him.
Yeah, the Vikings need to find an RB1 though. That's for sure.
Yes, maybe Kenneth Walker.
Or they drafted a running back. I think drafting a running back is pretty smart.
Yeah. Who are some key running backs you think? Besides Jeremiah Love. The Vikings. What draft number are they? What pick are they? Because I know they went like 9 and 8 at the end of the year.
Kenneth Walker.
What?
Kenneth Walker.
I just said that like 5 seconds ago.
I wasn't paying attention. I was zoned out.
Okay, moving on.
And then the Chiefs released Juwan Taylor, the right tackle. Texas should just sign any offensive lineman that's available.
And then Steelers also released Jonnu Smith.
And Jonnu Smith.
We already basically said.
Yeah. So, yep, those were the big releases. And
I think the most key ones there is Kyler Murray could potentially be a better quarterback if he has a competent coach. Because I think the problem is that he never had a good coach with Cardinals. I think that was the major issue for Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to somewhere like Vikings or 49ers as a backup, just like with Mac Jones. Look what happened to Mac Jones when he went there.
If you want to be
Sam Darnold.
If you want to be a backup quarterback somewhere, you go the Rams.
To where you can learn though from a coach,
and you can take over.
Yes. So that's pretty
Matthew
solid.
Stafford retires. So yeah, if I'm Kyler Murray, that's where I'm going. That's my number one, and then number 2 would be the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to start, go to the Vikings. If you want to learn for a year and take over for a great team, go to the Rams. Pretty simple. All right, now prediction time for our top free agents.
So before we go with all that, let's probably just talk about that topic first.
Max Crosby. So it looks more and more and more likely that Max Crosby is going to get traded somewhere. Question is, where? We don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
My opinion is that the possible opportunity that can benefit both teams is I think the Eagles might try to trade A.J. Brown to the Raiders for Max Crosby. And honestly, realistically, if you're getting Max Crosby, you would give him A.J. Brown and a pick.
Yeah.
But I think what you could do is like A.J. Brown and a first round, then the Eagles get Max Crosby in their second round.
You know, that's literally what I said the Cowboys should do with George Pickens to get Max Crosby, right?
That's what you said?
Yeah.
Well, look at that. But I don't think you're going to get Max Crosby. I highly doubt
I don't think we are either.
I don't think Jerry Jones going. And I don't think Max Crosby wants to play with Jerry Jones. I don't think he would like that.
I think he would be okay. He
would not.
Honestly, also likes Dak because they both have the same.
I know he likes Dak. The only reason why he go to Cowboys because of Dak, but the reason why he wouldn't is Jerry Jones.
Well,
so,
yeah, duh.
It depends. What does he care about more? Playing with someone he likes or playing for the boss who he probably hates the most?
Well,
besides Raiders.
Well, I mean, Cowboys, Eagles, take your pick. They're both the same boat, in my opinion.
I don't think the Eagles owner though is Jerry
No.
Jones.
But you have to deal with Nick Sirianni instead. You want that instead?
Over Jerry Jones? Yes.
Or Jalen Hurts as quarterback compared to Dak Prescott? I think that's it.
No, but Jalen Hurts, everyone likes Jalen Hurts because he's a chill dude, and he's not
chill,
he's
but
not,
doesn't like typical quarterback stuff. So
no,
I don't like motion.
Well, at least Jalen Hurts has won
the
a spin
snap.
2 Super Bowls and played very well. At least he could make it there. Dak Prescott can make it there too if he went to a different team.
Yep. Anyway.
That's what I hope. I genuinely hope
So
Dak Prescott.
What is your
after his contract
prediction
goes.
for where Max Crosby actually goes, though?
No, I said like the Eagles possibly could be if they trade A.J. Brown.
That's your pick?
I'm gonna just say yes for now. I mean,
Okay.
there are other teams. Like I think the Bills should try and find some way to get him, but I don't think the Bills will. What I want is Bills. What I think leaning towards Eagles
back in the day,
because the Eagles GM is just really good.
In 2018,
there
was a team that traded for a star pass rusher from the Raiders, and that was the Bears. Khalil Mack.
Oh yeah, so you think the Bears can try it again?
Yep, I think the Bears.
I don't know because
they need pass rush.
Since they just gave up DJ Moore, who are they going to give him? Or are they just going to trade a bunch of picks?
They have picks. They have a first round pick.
I know. I mean,
And they have the cap space now since they got rid of DJ Moore.
they could, and I think it's smart with the Bears do that. Um, and I
They don't have to come back all the time.
I I think it's also a team Max Crosby would love to be a part of.
Yeah.
It's a team that's building up to potentially having a big run the next like 5+ years.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's a pretty good like place for him to go to.
Yep.
So
Now, again, I don't know what else they would be giving up, but honestly, if I'm the Bears, I would give up this year's first round pick and next year's first round pick for Max Crosby.
yeah, I guess I don't think there's any key players they necessarily need. I think defensive line is a kind of position where they could build up a little more. So
Yep.
I think it's a good choice. If they could do that.
But yeah, comment below where you think Max Crosby will go. That is honestly one of the most intriguing stories of the offseason. All right. So now, we don't need to say where each of these guys are going.
Right.
But you could go. We're gonna give like 2-3 hot like bold predictions basically for what's gonna happen. Well, predictions. Bold. It could be bold, not bold, whatever.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
All right. The first player I'm going to go with is Rashid Shaheed.
Okay.
I don't think staying with Seahawks, and I think Seahawks need to keep him because he's one of the key factors to why they won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to.
Yeah.
So I believe a team that really wants him, based off how their quarterback throws the ball, is the Cleveland Browns. Rashid Shaheed.
That's such a Browns thing to do.
Shador loves to throw the deep ball. Who's one of the best deep ball like passes, like receivers, is Rashid Shaheed.
As long as it's not underthrown.
As long as it's not underthrown. But I don't think Shador will necessarily. I'm kidding. I think Shador is probably one of the better quarterbacks when it comes to deep throw. Like you've seen the deep throws he did in a couple games he played last year.
You're Russell Wilson.
And,
congratulations.
And so I thought I'm the one that was not a big fan of Shador, and now you're the one that's not a big fan of Shador.
No, it's just that Deion Sanders has made it hard to root for Shador Sanders.
No, I know. No, I get that. I'm not. I still don't think Shador's that great of a quarterback. I think his potential. But yeah, I just think that's the kind of receiver that the Browns would eye for because if they want to give a receiver that Shador probably could throw to a lot, it would be Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's necessarily bold. It's bold for Rashid Shaheed to go there. But yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give a prediction for the Cowboys. Obviously.
Of course.
So my prediction is in free agency.
I might laugh.
They will sign 2 impactful defensive players. I'm not saying who.
Who?
I don't know who.
Who?
Preference for me is if we get Trey Hendrickson. That's a preference. I'm okay with Jalen Phillips if we get him. And then either Woolen from the Seahawks or if we can get Nakobe Dean from Philly.
Do you seriously think you're going to get 2 key defensive players in the offseason with Jerry Jones?
Well, I mean, he said he's going to spend more than he spent before, which could be $5 instead of 0, but
I don't know. I really don't know. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, the only thing Cowboys should be focusing on is the defense.
Yeah.
Their offense is, if you got George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, and you got a solid runner back, like above average runner back, your offense is fine. Your offensive line is
it's developing.
It's above average.
It's developing.
Look, Javonte and the offensive line are 2 positions on the offense that are just above average. Not bad, just above average.
Yep.
Everything else is good on the offense. So you just need to focus on defense. And if Jerry Jones is smart, that's what it'll do. So what Giuseppe wants is what they should do. Now, are the Cowboys going to do it? Toss a coin, pick heads or tails, and see which one you get.
And it's actually just the two-faced coin.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, tails. Nope. Anyway, yeah, another one.
I'll go with one.
Yeah, pick a guy. Predict where it'll go. How about that?
I think the next player that I might go straight for with is I think Mike Evans might go to the Bills because he's cheap.
Yeah, and then their wide receiver core is
set.
Elite.
It's complete, and then you just need to focus on defense in the draft.
Yep, basically. Nope, that's basketball. Okay.
So those are my 2 picks. You can pick whatever else you want.
Sure. Let's see. Bobby Wagner, I wouldn't mind either to come to Dallas, but Tyler Linderbaum, I think, is going to the Giants, but that's a given.
They could use him.
Malik Willis, I think, is Miami when ran all over him.
Interesting. Yeah,
That's what I think for him.
especially because Jeff Halfley knows him.
Yeah. Romeo Dobbs is an interesting one.
That is interesting because that's another cheaper wide receiver the Bills could potentially get too.
Yeah.
There's so many other wide receivers the Bills could pick up for cheap.
I wouldn't mind Khalil Mack either, but I think he's staying in LA.
Probably.
Travis Etienne, I think that's somebody the Chiefs are going to go after.
They might. Because the Chiefs always never really go after the big name running backs for some reason.
Reed Blankenship, that's another guy that we just steal his make.
Blankenship, yeah, I was about to say, Eagles are in trouble if they cannot get a lot of these players back.
Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, and Dallas Goedert.
That's not good for Philly.
If Dallas Goedert, that's...
Okay, how about this? I'm going to predict the Eagles will re-sign...
half of them.
One. Because they don't have cap space.
We'll see. Honestly, if that's the case, I would keep as much of your defensive players as you can. Not offensive.
So you're going to let Dallas Goedert go?
Unfortunately.
Now, again, if they trade A.J. Brown, that frees up cap space. So
they should trade A.J. Brown.
Yes.
And then if they get like a first-round pick, they can also pick some players in the draft.
You know what? Here's my prediction. Dallas Goedert's going to Tampa Bay. Kate On's a free agent. Ooh, Dallas Goedert's an upgrade.
Yes. Yes, please. Yes.
Alec Pierce also is a good that's a good option too, but he's going to be more expensive than
right, so that's why I'm not. Now, Alec Pierce, he might be a Green Bay Packer kind of wide receiver, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially,
it's actually not a bad choice.
It's not a bad choice, but Packers should be eyeballing someone bigger.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, like someone that's a little.
Now, I don't think Tyreek Hill is going to want to go live in Green Bay, but
he was like, I lived in Kansas. It's cold. No thanks.
I lived in Kansas City, and that was rural enough.
That's why I don't know if he'll go to Buffalo. I don't know if he'll like the cold weather. I think he likes hot weather.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Tampa Bay will pick him up if Mike Evans is gone.
Yeah, Mike Evans too, going to Buffalo from Tampa to Buffalo.
Woo! I'm gonna say something really clear. Like as some players asked some player maybe from the Bears, somebody in an interview who's from the South, because now he moved up north. He was like, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Or maybe it was J.J. Watt. No, J.J. Watt said the weather actually does not really take much of an effect on the mental side, so you don't really think of how cold it is until, like, the end of the game.
All right. I think Debo goes back to San Francisco. I'm just going right through stuff, just like my predictions. Bobby Wagner, I think, will return to Washington.
Just make one bold prediction. We don't need to run
I made a bold prediction.
Okay, now pick one more.
Dallas Goedert.
Okay. So.
Okay, fine. You want one more?
One more.
You want one more? All right. Okay, one more. That's from a movie. I don't know which movie it is.
You're really good at like mimicking characters, so I can never guess what movie you're trying to.
I think it's George Clooney in like Ocean something.
So it's something you've never even seen.
I just hear on the Rich Eisen show. That's all. They use it.
Juwan Jennings, where do you think it's gonna go?
Juwan Jennings.
Fine. You want more bold?
Okay, you know what? We need a Patriots to sign somebody here. Let's see.
They might go Alec Pierce, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they'll go Trey Hendrickson.
I want Trey Hendrickson so
I will say Titans also have a lot of cap space, so Titans might eye some of these players too. Like they might eye a wide receiver like Mike Evans.
You know what?
Like Mike Evans.
I think the Titans will.
Maybe they'll get Juwan Jennings.
I think
we'll take Dallas Goedert.
I think you'll take Alec Pierce, honestly.
Yeah, but I'll take Dallas Goedert or Johnny Smith. We need a bigger tight end. Our tight end's fine, but we need someone else. So
yeah. Or I think honestly, Kate On sounds like a Tennessee tight end right now. So yeah, I think you'll get Alec Pierce and Kate On. How about that?
Wow, we actually were able to cover a decent amount since it's been a while since we made a video. So
yeah,
lots of information.
Yeah, and right now it's currently 1:23. I don't have any other trade news to report. So yeah, let us know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share the video with friends and family who love football just like us. And then follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X for notifications and shorts. We've released a lot of shorts recently. Thanks to everybody who's been watching. Get like half of them gone over 1,000 views, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And this has been Dynamite Duo Sports. You throw it.
You throw it. See ya.
Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, it almost scraped the top, so it's a pretty good throw.
Yep. 124, by the way. No trades.